Hi, I'm Ben, and today we're going to be running some numbers. Someone I work with mentioned that she might be able to save some money by switching her TTC pass from an annual TTC pass to a pay-per-ticket pass. Or, just buying the tickets. Her thought is that she would be able to use the 2-hour span allowed per ticket connection so that she'd theoretically be able to save money by not having to pay an annual membership. Instead of jumping to conclusions though, I wanted to get the real answer, running the numbers. So I did run the numbers. This is me running the numbers. Just a quick aside, this comparison is similar to the one I did 2 weeks ago that compared the costs of commuting by a vehicle, public transit, e-bike, and a regular bicycle. But this is obviously a bit more specific and expands on the public transit part of it. Here are the costs of using the trains and buses of the Toronto Transit Commission as of October 2019. We established in the other video that taking public transit costs approximately $1,500 to $1,750. This accounted for using an annual pass at $138.55 per month, which also came to annually $1,662.60. The range is just a range to make up for the variables, such as occasionally taking a cab. So now that you're all caught up, it's time to run the numbers. This is the fun part. According to a post on averages.ca, there are approximately 249 working days for the average Canadian worker. This takes into account weekends and 12 holidays. According to another article on stepstojustice.ca, the Ontario's Employment Standards Act gives most people the right to 2 to 3 weeks of vacation per year. And if you didn't know, 2 weeks equals about 10 days. I say about, it's actually 10 days, and 3 weeks of vacation is 15 days. So just the weekdays. I learned this making this video. The more you know. If employees have worked less than 5 years for an employer, they get 2 weeks of vacation in a year. If employees have worked 5 years or more for an employer, they get 3 weeks of vacation in a year. The average tenure in Canada for all occupations, according to a report on Statista.com, is 102 months, or 8.5 years. So let's just go right in the middle at 2.5 weeks of vacation, or about 12.5 working days. It just is a nice number to work with. Let's do that. We'll just keep on rolling here. The average days of absence, or sick days in Ontario, over the course of the last 5 years is 8.34 days. That's according to this awesome data provided by Statistics Canada, of course. By the way, all of the links to my sources are in this video's associated blog post on my website, so the link to that is in the doobly-doo below. The math so far is 249 working days, minus 12.5 vacation days, minus 8.34 sick days, equals 228.16 days. Let's round that to 228 just to make it easier, and now we have 228 commuting days for the average Canadian per year. Okay, now for the TTC's single ticket cost of $3.25 taken twice per day. For 228 days. That's $6.50 times 228 equals $1,482, and that means the cost of literally only commuting via the Toronto Transit Commission would be $1,482 annually. So yes, technically, it's cheaper to do the pay-per-ticket route. Technically, but this is using some really unrealistic assumptions. My pay-per-ticket calculated annual cost of $1,482 is very, very assumptive. It's assuming that you do nothing else other than go to and from work every working day. You would still have the flexibility of a 2-hour buffer between obtaining your ticket and getting back to the bus though, so it's technically feasible to squeeze grocery shopping and errands into that time frame, but realistically, it's not very realistic at all. Unless your workplace and grocery stores and shopping centers and errands and hangout spots and socialization spots and home are all very close to each other. That, and in my opinion, having to worry about delays and timing your connections perfectly so you don't have to get an accidental extra ticket to get the rest of the way home or to work in the morning or evening is not really worth the potential savings, which we're about to get to. This also assumes that you never use the TTC on weekends, holidays, vacations, sick days, or any other days. Now, all of that combined, that's definitely unrealistic. You'd need to become a social recluse in order to make that happen, which I really don't suggest, but that's a whole other video entirely. The $1,482 number is just extremely unlikely and unrealistic. It would require some extreme devotion and many sacrifices in order to save just a few dollars. Specifically, let's run those numbers right now. So $1,662.60 minus $1,482 equals $180.60. That's the difference between an annual pass and commuting, only commuting, with just a pay-per-ticket option. Yeah, that's something else. Okay, well, it's not that much if you think about it, like remotely at all. More likely than not, you'll end up paying more than if you just had have bought the annual pass in the first place. Literally, after just 55.57 more rides, you'd be at the break-even point. Using realistic assumptions, on the other hand, the $1,662.60 number is way more realistic because of its non-variable nature. You pay it, and it's done. It's the better commuter transit pass option because it will only change when you use something other than the TTC. So like a cab or an Uber or something like that, just in those cases. Or inflation rears its nasty head, but inflation will also cause pay-per-ticket prices to rise as well as the annual passes, so that's irrelevant to this scenario. So the conclusion? If you have a full-time job, don't even bother trying to save a measly $180.60 by going the pay-per-ticket route. Just get the annual pass. It was reasonable to assume that the pay-per-ticket versus 12-month TTC pass wouldn't be that too far off, but now we know the actual numbers for a stereotypical situation of someone working a normal day job here in Toronto. If you stick to just commuting, the pay-per-ticket is technically cheaper. But most humans of Toronto need to do more than just commute. There's more to life than just work. To be fair, now that you've heard these numbers, maybe this can help you run the numbers for your specific situation. I mean, mine, I don't use the TTC, so it's irrelevant to me. I do use the pay-per-ticket, but I also don't ride every single day. Maybe you really only need the pay-per-ticket just like I do, and if that's the case, good on you. Well, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my calculations in maths. Maybe you even learned something that will change the way you think, or get around, or pay for tickets, or whatever I'm gonna call it. Just don't forget to subscribe, and if you've made it this far in the video, and you haven't liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And what, like, you must like the video. You've made it this far. Like, you're at the end of the video. What are you even doing? Like, I appreciate you watching this. I really do. And because of that, if you could hit the like button, that would be great. Also hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because then you get notified when I push out another video next week. So I'm trying to do these every week. So far it's working. I'm trying to be disciplined in doing that. And that's another video back there. If you're just finding me now, you can go check it out in the backlog of other videos that I've done. I'm just now getting back into the consistency of things. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Oh, I guess one more thing. Do check out the blog post if you want to see all of these numbers written down. So the link is in the description and you'll see it. It's on my website. Let it time to load. I still haven't paid for actually good hosting, but either way, I'm working on that because I like the website. A little bit more control. I'm working on the podcast too to get the actual RSS feeds up and everything, but that's totally irrelevant. Anyways, bye again.